before I hit record, was I singing "It's the most wonderful time of the year"? Yes, I think I was. Hello, girls. Welcome back to a new video and welcome to my 2025 fall Decorate With Me. This is when the content starts to get really fun. There is nothing like the season changing. Truly, I am so obsessed with the cozy vibes. As you would have seen, I need to talk to you about that Row Casa package because I manifested that. I manifested that within a matter of 12 hours. I'm gonna need to talk you through that a little bit later in the video. Maybe when we're decorating, I can give you that story time because we have a lot to do today. We need to kind of undecorate the house and then decorate the house for fall. I love this season oh so very much because of the delicious, cozy flavors in last week's video, which I know last week's video was a long one, but it truly was a masterclass on how to heal your hormones. And in that video, I spoke about why, as women, we begin to crave the seasonal flavors, the pumpkin spice lattes and all of those flavors. There's actually a very good reason. As women, we are definitely seasonal beings, and our bodies, as I said last week, our bodies recognize the shift in the season far before we actually do. So that urge to, get out your pumpkin spice and your nutmeg and eat your root vegetables like your yams, your sweet potatoes, and your squash is because your hormones are definitely in alignment with the season. And so the fact that in the fall we get to burn beautiful non-toxic candles, and then as you saw behind you, I have my diffuser going with the pumpkin spice blend from Row Casa as well. By the way, I have the most incredible discount code with them that gives me, because I constantly am buying their essential oils, that gives me the most amazing savings. And so I will have that linked for you in the description box down below. And then later in the video, I'm gonna talk with you how I truly manifested that box overnight. It was one of those moments where my arm hairs were truly standing up. So for today's video, I am so excited because we are going to make the house so beautiful and so cozy. I do have a little bit of hazelnut coffee brewing right now, but it will be my second cup. And so in order to reward myself with the second cup of coffee, I'm making myself drink an electrolyte really quickly. So my electrolyte with my creatine, I said to myself, that is, that I cannot have that big second cup of coffee until I drink a full electrolyte. But we do have a hazelnut coffee going. And this morning when I put together my protein coffee, I did indeed add my pumpkin spice instead of my cinnamon. If you're unsure of what I'm talking about, I will have a YouTube short for you linked in the description box down below, as well as a full YouTube video on how to make my protein coffee. So I just finished my first protein coffee of the day, and now I'm just brewing some hazelnut coffee to drink, just black. I love black coffee, but every single day I start my day with 35 grams of protein via my protein coffee. Well, today, it was indeed my pumpkin spice protein coffee. So that was such an exciting way to start this day. So I'm going to drink this electrolyte, bring the bins upstairs. Thankfully, I did indeed dust the house. What day are we on? It is Friday. I did indeed dust the house on Tuesday, so it shouldn't be too dusty, but I do see that some leaves are falling off of my plants that I need to clean up. So we need to take down the spring, summer decor and bring in the fall decor. I do think I want to keep these greens, which, girls, these greens have been alive for 5 weeks. It's crazy. I just keep changing the water. And then when we went to Europe and we were gone for 15, 16 days, no one was here. We didn't change the water. I came back and they were still alive. So because of that, I was like, I feel like I have to keep them. But they're not very fall, but I do feel like I need to keep them. So I'm going to keep the greens there right by my pumpkin spice candles. So it does bring in the fall vibes, but I do need to bring up all of the bins. I'm going to hydrate myself with my electrolytes, bring all the bins up, start taking the spring and summer decor down, and begin making this place awfully cozy with all of the pumpkins and the acorns and the chocolate brown colors, because it truly is the most wonderful time of the year. So I know we see a little sneak peek of berries and pine cones, but we're not there yet. We are not there. I just do store like all of my larger mantle wreaths or like longer decor in this same floral box. I did buy one from, where did I buy it from? Oh, Balsam Hill. I bought one from Balsam Hill, and honestly, like it didn't store as much as this box from a floral did. So I ended up using it for something completely different. But these little fall garlands that I love to use on our mantles here, up here, and then also up on the stairway behind me. So I feel like I don't have to go through this beach, but maybe I do because there's like 7,000 new faces that weren't here last year for my fall or my holiday decorate with me. But one thing that I do, and I say this over and over, I used to have a ton of guilt around not showing new decor, like all new decor every single year. Now, I will say I do typically buy like 2 to 3 max, like 2 to 3 new pieces of decor, like larger items. That is, like maybe I'll buy like 3 or 4 like new pumpkins. Honestly, last year I bought 0 new pumpkins. I really probably buy at the most 5 new things, whether it be for Christmas or for fall of new decor. When I find something, and our home is more minimalistic, when I find something that I like and a style that I like, I will replicate it over and over again. I remember, and I say this in every decorate video with me, but I remember growing up in the 80s and early 90s and my mom getting out the same pieces every year, and she still to this day gets out many of the same like ceramic pieces or the same pillows that she will get out. And at 41 years old, I still get that feeling in my body of seeing those items come out, and me probably being like 4, 5, 6, 7 years old and watching her decorate for the holidays with those same pieces. Like kind of like makes me like have all of the feels, right? But honestly, like I want those same memories for my children. Like I don't want to go out and get all new decorations every single year because I choose to put content out on YouTube. So also I'm somebody like if I invest in something that's really nice from Pottery Barn or Crate and Barrel, even the things that I buy from Target or Hobby Lobby, to be honest with you, if it's not broke, I don't fix it. Now I will say like some of the garlands have definitely like discolored over the years, but it kind of just gives it character. I don't know, but there is a pressure on content creators. And I know for many of the girls who put out content on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube, there is pressure where they have to find all new items because they have to link to it, and that is their job. And I understand that, and there's no shade in it because I get so much inspiration and I love watching their content, and I do feel inspired to purchase similar items, but I end up not purchasing it. So honestly, for me, for my home, for my family, and for my lifestyle, it does not make sense for me to go out and buy all brand new decor. Now, is it going to look similar to the fall decorate that I did last year? Sure. Yeah, probably. It's not going to be exactly the same because I do include new things. Like that's just part of the content. But I hope that the community that I have curated, like we're a different type of girl. And I hope that the community that I have curated here on YouTube can appreciate and can also feel the nostalgia of like, oh, I remember her doing that last year and the year before, like putting these garlands out. And I know what she's going to do next. Like she's going to separate them when she gets up there. And I hope that it brings like a sense of nostalgia that it does to me. Like when I see my mom get out those same decorations. Obviously, this is not like us creating childhood memories, but it is me creating childhood memories for my family and for my children here. And I no longer feel the pressure to go out and buy all brand new decor. I did that one time where I bought a bunch of new things and I ended up returning 80% of it. And I learned my lesson there. Like, this is not me. This is not who I am. Like, if I feel that pressure, that I don't even want to film this video. Then I don't even want to film a fall decorate with me because it doesn't make sense for me and my lifestyle. So I do feel like I needed to say, I say in every video, I'm probably going to say it again in the Christmas video, but there is like 6,500 new subscribers from last year's fall decorate with me. So I know that there are some new faces, and that's also part of the reason why I don't feel the need to buy all new decor, because there's 6,500 new people in the community who didn't see last year's video, and they're seeing this decor for the very first time. Now, as far as linking, I will try my very best to link exact items and or similar items, so that I will absolutely try my best to do very similar links, because I do know that is a pain point and that is annoying to people, because they see something, they feel inspired and they want to purchase it. And that's why so many of the girls on Instagram purchase new items, because they know their community wants to replicate what they're doing, because they're home and lifestyle content creators. I'm a nutritionist, but I also do create lifestyle content as well. So I, more than anything, when I pull out these pieces of garland that I've decorated the same garland with for the last 4 years, it makes me feel cozy and happy and warm inside. And I know that when the kids get home from school today, they're going to love seeing this. And I'm hopeful. I don't think this garland will make it, but maybe it will. I don't know. I don't know if this garland will make it to the point when they're 41 years old like me. But my mom has some beautiful ceramic Christmas trees that you spin, and they spin around and they play music and they light up, and wooden decorations that she's had forever. And to this day, when I go home with my family for Christmas, or when I go home with my family for Thanksgiving and she has those decorations out, like, it's honestly the most comforting, nostalgic feeling. So never feel the pressure to buy all new items unless that's what sparks joy for you, because to each their own. If that sparks joy for you and you have the means to do so, heck yeah, girl. Go ahead and do what brings you joy and you comfort. But for me, it's the same things, and it's the same things kind of over and over again, just like me with my eating and my healthy habits, right? It's that lemon ginger tonic. It's that protein coffee. You know me, I'm a wash, rinse, and repeat girl, especially if it's something that works and it works well for me. Like, we don't need to reinvent the wheel every single year. But if you are new to the community and you want to check out previous year's fall decorate with me, just because you want to feel in the season and you want to feel cozy, I will have those linked for you in the description box down below. There's always a different element in them. Last year I shared my protein coffee recipe. The year before, I think I did like a healthy muffin. So I always bring something a little bit different, because I'm not lazy. Like, you girls know me. I'm like the least lazy person out there. I'm always like trying to push myself to be better. But that doesn't mean that I need to go out and be the #1 consumer of all things fall decor. I can do it in a different capacity, and I hope that you girls, and I know you do, appreciate that, because that's the kind of longevity that I want to build in this community, that we can do things over and over again and just bring like a different flair to it. Girls, honestly, the smell of that diffuser blend from Rocasa and this pumpkin spice candle, it makes me nearly want to tear up. It smells so nostalgic. It smells like a Bath and Body Works candle, which obviously we're not allowed to burn those things because we don't want to disrupt our hormones. We work so hard to ensure that our hormone health is on par and conducive to our lifestyle. So the last thing we want to do is burn a Bath and Body Works or a Yankee candle. But this Rocasa candle and essential oil blend is unbelievable. I am completely blown away right now. So we are cruising. We are definitely cruising. I'm moving through things pretty quickly. I'm just turning on the lights because it kind of helps me like fill in the holes when I'm opening up like the garland up there. I'm just going to be adding like 2 simplistic pumpkins here. I do have a reed diffuser there. I know that sometimes like seeing these things around my home, people are kind of like, what the heck? This girl doesn't believe in synthetic fragrances. I do not. That is from Levant. That is all plant-based. They sent that to me, and that is their linen. Yes, it's their linen reed diffuser, which is perfect for kind of like all year long, but it does have like a vanilla musky smell. So I definitely love it in the fall. I'm going to just flip the reeds over because that's what I do. Like probably every other month, I flip the reeds over and then you can get like a really good sense of the smell. I'm just going to put a couple little pumpkins down here. I honestly have left these stems right here behind me. I've left them in there since last fall because they fit in really well with my Christmas decor. And then when I took down my Christmas decor, it was still like winter, obviously. It was still winter, it was January. And I was like, honestly, the green just looks really good with our home, the green and the brown. And then I ended up just leaving them all year long. I feel like they can be an all year long floral. I did purchase those from a floral, which I will probably be able to link those because they're pretty good with keeping some of their classic stems around. So I probably can link those, but I'm just going to pop some pumpkins up on the shelves. I think I'm going to spread out these picture frames up higher because they're like a little close together. I like it close together when there's not a lot of stuff on the shelves, but now that there's more stuff on the shelves, I'm probably going to spread those out, pop some pumpkins up there on the garland, spread the garland out a little bit, and then we will just go ahead and move up to the staircase, which is like one of my favorite places to decorate because when we were designing the home, we truly designed that with holiday decor in mind. Like Kai and I, we did like the cutout of the lighting, you know, like all of our shelves, but like all of these mantles as well. We like designed that around decorating our home. And I know that our home isn't as decorated as some. Like I get that comment like on Instagram more than here, but like on Instagram, people are like, your home is so boring. I'm like, hi, thanks, have a great day. Like, what am I supposed to say to that? Everybody has different style. Everybody has different aesthetic, and it's okay if you don't love the look of someone's home. I would never verbalize that. Also, like I never judge somebody's home because I know that their home is what brings them joy. So I have zero judgment around anybody else's house. But it is wild because I do love decorating these spaces because I'll never forget like during our design process, like working with our architect and being like, we want the tape lighting, 1, because we don't really love overhead lights. 2, next to that, we want the tape lighting because when it shines down on like Christmas decor was really what we were thinking, but all seasonal decor, we just knew how that would make us feel. And we especially knew that with the staircase up here. So we like cut into the wall to make that happen. And so whenever I'm up there decorating, I just had like these moments of gratitude of like, I remember being in those meetings. I remember talking through this process 5.5 years ago. I mean, how long have we been here? It had been like 5.5 years ago, and now I'm here and I get to decorate those spaces based on that little drawing and those little decisions. It's like those pinch me moments of like being so grateful for what you have and where you are. It's just, you know, sometimes when we're in a place or in a space and it's not brand new and we've been there and it just becomes mundane. But I'm the type of person who every single day, I like to like come down the stairs. I've talked about this many times. I'm just like, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so grateful. And in these little moments of like decorating and sparking joy and bringing in these cozy elements, I always like come back to those moments of being like in that meeting and, you know, watching the architect like draw out that cove and like being there decorating it still 5 years later, 4 years later, still brings me so much joy. Girls, I mean, oh my goodness, it is so cozy in here. I can't even tell you how happy I feel on the inside. I was just thinking as I was about to head upstairs and decorate the kids' rooms what I'm going to do for dinner. So I pulled out a little bit of grass-fed beef and I'm going to make the Living Well hamburger soup for dinner. Now, I don't have regular potatoes. I have Japanese yams, but I think what I'm going to do is add zucchini and gluten-free pasta to the soup. So the hamburger soup is so delicious. It is such a big hit in our house, and it's a Friday when I'm filming this, and Ronan has a soccer tournament this weekend, and it's the Lions' first football game tomorrow. I'm pretty sure there's like a football game overseas tonight. I'm almost certain. So the boys are quite excited. So I want to do something that's comforting and warming, and also, of course, very fall-like. I don't know if I shared with you girls today. Let me check the weather really quick. Hold on. The weather is only 62 degrees and it is 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So you can see that it's definitely very fall over here in the Midwest. And so I figure a soup is delicious. I'm gonna think about the pasta. If I don't do the pasta, I'm probably going to serve it with our favorite sourdough. I talked about this on a Living Well call. Let me grab that for you girls. I had just thrown this in the freezer before we went on our vacation because I had 2 loaves of it and I thought we were going to get through it. And so I just popped it in the freezer. This is my absolute favorite sourdough find. The only ingredients are, oh, also it's from Traverse City, Michigan. And that's where Kai and I got married. And so that to me is like, felt like it was meant to be. The only ingredients are certified organic unbleached wheat flour, water, organic unbleached stone milled whole wheat flour, organic stone ground whole rye flour, sea salt, cultured wheat, and a plant-based enzyme are the only ingredients. This is so delicious. So I don't know if this is a local thing because it's from Traverse City or not, but North County sourdough, oh my goodness, we are obsessed. So I don't know if I'm going to do pasta in the hamburger soup, or I'm definitely gonna add the zucchini because we don't have the white potatoes, as I was saying. So I don't know if I'm gonna do pasta or serve it with a side of sourdough. It might be a game time decision. But before I headed upstairs to decorate the kids' bedrooms, I just wanted to get like my bearings on like what I'm going to do for dinner. I also think I'm going to make a tea. I finished my electrolyte and I only ended up pouring like half a cup of coffee, and I didn't pour it in my Yeti. I poured it in like a regular mug and it got cold. So I ended up not drinking the hazelnut coffee, but Kaya enjoyed the coffee because it was just Labor Day on Monday. And so he got to stay home this week, which was nice. And so he got to enjoy the hazelnut coffee. I ended up having 2 sips and forgot about it. After I decorate the kids' room, I do want to make a tea. I'm back on that. Like before I get them from the bus, I'm doing that 15-minute reset where I don't work. I'm not like on my phone replying to DMs. I'm not on my computer cranking out emails. I'm doing a full 15-minute buffer because there were a few days last week that I didn't do it, and I paid the price because I was like in the middle of doing a task. The bus was here and I didn't like feel frustrated, but I felt like, oh my gosh, I'm splitting my time so much. And then I would run out to the bus and I'd kind of try it back, then I would rush back and try to finish the task, and I've got the kids and they're like, I want a snack, I had this homework, this is what happened at school. And it was just like, oh. So I quickly was reminded of why I take that break. Like right before the kids get home, I take 15 minutes. Some days if I have 20 minutes, I will take 20 minutes. I will do a sweep of the kitchen. I will go ahead and fold anything, maybe any blankets from the morning that I didn't have a chance to fold. I will sometimes start dinner during that time where I will just like get all the ingredients prepped and washed. And sometimes I'll listen to a podcast or an audiobook, something just to like relax my mind, or I'll call my mom and catch up with her. But I take like a minute to just recalibrate. And during the summer months, everybody was home. We were all home. I still was doing like a 3 o'clock supplement window, but I was doing it with like a spritzer or just like a Waterloo. But now that's only 62 degrees. You all already know I'm going to make a ginseng tea, my absolute favorite, the apple mint from Traditional Medicinals. I'm gonna do a ginseng tea after I decorate the kids' rooms. And then I'm going to take one of my BioOptimizer's magnesium breakthroughs. So I take 1 magnesium breakthrough with my vitamin D in the morning. I take 1 here in a little bit right before the kids get off the bus, and then 2 before bed. The beautiful thing about the magnesium breakthrough is that it does contain 7 elemental forms of magnesium. So it's not going to knock you out when you take one in the morning with your vitamin D. Likewise, it's not going to make me feel sleepy at 2:45 in the afternoon when I'm having a tea before I get the kids off the bus. It just really helps my body separate from work mode to mom mode. And that can be really hard when you work from home, you're creating content from home, I'm on client calls, like right up until the kids get home. If I don't take that break, I find that I don't show up as the best version of myself for my children. And then I feel frustrated with myself. And then it's just like, overall, I don't like that feeling. So what I started was 2 years ago. I was already taking the magnesium. I was taking 1 in the morning and I was taking 3 before bed. Well, I do incredible with taking 2 before bed. I am completely knocked out. But what I found is that when I pulled that 4th magnesium, instead of having 3 before bed, I pulled it into the middle of the day. It was a complete game changer for me. It just helps my nervous system take a big, deep inhale, and I'm able to be present. I'm able to feel relaxed with my kids, but also I still have enough energy to make it through the second half of my day. So I am somebody who is a huge believer in strategic supplementation. As somebody who studied supplemental science, I'm a huge believer in finding pain points and then supplements to meet your routine. So for me, that vitamin D and magnesium in the morning is chef's kiss. I feel so calm, I feel so clear, I have so much energy. Then of course those 2 before bed, I get into bed and it is like 10 minutes. I am TKO. I'm completely knocked out and my sleep score is incredible. But I found there was this friction area during my day and I thought, what can I do to help solve this problem? How can I create a routine that will support me? And I found in the cooler months, making a tea, in the warmer months, having either just a Waterloo or a spritzer or an electrolyte with one of the magnesium breakthrough was an absolute game changer. So I will have my link for you as well as my discount code in the description box down below and the first pinned comment. If you go back to any of my videos over the last nearly 4 years, you will see the comments about the magnesium breakthrough. It is a life-changing supplement. It is a supplement that I have been taking every single day for nearly 4 years. I have never missed a day. My husband has never missed a day. He cannot be without this product, and that's just because your sleep will change dramatically. Your energy throughout the day will be so much better. And magnesium and minerals are so imperative for our hormone health. So we do so much. We don't burn candles that are full of synthetic fragrances. We're ensuring that we're getting beautiful animal protein and bone broth, and we're nourishing our bodies with nutrition. We're resetting our nervous system. Well, we also can support our hormone health and nervous system by bringing in strategic supplementation like magnesium. So I will have my link and my code for you in the description box down below for you to give the magnesium breakthrough a try from BioOptimizers. better than seeing this all lit up at night? Honestly, it's the warmest, coziest vibes. The hamburger soup was delicious. I will have that recipe for you girls in the description box down below. And you can also get 2 weeks for free of Living Well if you want access to thousands of my recipes, 5 courses, and the most incredible community in health and wellness on the entire internet. But I want to thank you girls so much for watching today's video, and tune back in for next week. Next week is a really exciting one. We're headed to the lab to get some blood work done, and it is going to be a 3-part series where we are really digging in this fall and taking a deeper look at our hormone health. So thank you so much for watching, and if you liked today's video, you can let me know by giving it a big thumbs up. And now the subscribe button is right over here on the screen. Give that a click, that way you don't miss a single video, and I hope to see you back here next Thursday.